Hello everyone, Seth here and welcome to another episode of Playing Path of Champions Daily. Today is a little bit of a special episode as I'm working on re-recording this I'm so good at this. Anyways, today's video is a bit different because I'm recording the voiceover after I recorded the video and I've muted the microphone from that recording, so yeah. This is a bit more of a test for once I start doing the Lissandra challenges, because my plan for the future for now is to start doing these voiceovers, maybe do some notes a bit for the future. Right now I'm doing this a bit live, I guess. I still see my video playing, so I know what I'm narrating over. However, I'm thinking that once I get to working on Lissandra runs, because I still have 30-ish something to do, then I want to move to this format where I can maybe go over the run, say what choices I took, what I shouldn't have done, what I should have done. Some mistakes, stuff like that. There will be a few coming up in the video, so you'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is a bit more of a live recording. I don't really have a script. I don't have notes for this. This is mostly just for testing purposes. I want to experiment a bit with the content. And this is also kind of the way that I want to work with my Nora video. Where I want to finish recording the audio first, because I already have the video. My Nora already beaten most of the I already tried Nora on most of the adventures. I've cleared all of the adventures except Lissandra on Nora so far. So for the level 1 run, I will just record a voiceover, and this voiceover will obviously be from the content I've played, plus some extra notes that I have and stuff like that. Also, I'm seeing that my microphone is a bit peaking when I'm saying stuff loudly or when I'm accenting words, so that's something I'll just need to mess around, see where it takes me. Also, it doesn't like my it doesn't like my S sound, I guess. But yeah, today's run is Lux. I'm running a set of Relic Axe plus Beast Within plus Mana Regen. I don't have level 30 on Lux yet, and I don't think I want to get Lux to level 30. So for now I'll be running this setup because it's it has 2 best in slots relics and one that just helps you set up the turns as you need them, which is, I think, pretty important. Would it be better if I put myself closer to the mic? I don't know. Actually, let me try that. Yeah, you are getting live reaction because I don't want to re-record this after I'm done. But yeah, I'm doing this also in one take because I kind of, experimental stuff. Things like that. And yeah, obviously this is another attempt at clearing Aurelion Sol with Lux, mostly because of I've been getting kinda unlucky, and you'll see later down this run that's some oh yeah, it doesn't definitely like that when I do this. Yeah, you will definitely see when I spoiler alert, I do get to Aurelion. I don't know, it is a bit of a spoiler, but I will not say how the actual run ends, because that would be silly of me, spoiling my video in 4 minutes when I still have way more to go. I don't even see how many I actually need. Yeah, it doesn't like when I say the loud S. at least from the wavelength. So I'll have to work on that. Other than that, yeah, this run has been doing pretty okay. You know, Lux is a turn-free killing machine, especially on such high level and especially with so many, like such a good setup. Yeah. Obviously, I'll have to like edit this voiceover a bit, mostly just to make sure that my microphone doesn't peak as much as it should be. And yeah, other than the run, I've been picking up like cards that I will probably not use during the run. Again, this is mostly like one champion show, because Lux is just way too good at doing stuff, so, you know. What else? Maybe plans for the future. So again, this is a testing video. I'm thinking I would like to do this for the Vex run and the Lilia run as well. Obviously the successful ones. Will it be a spoiler when I tell you like at the beginning of the video, hi, this is me in like post-production recording this voiceover? Maybe, I don't know. I do want to like start moving towards finally finishing the runs that I've been lacking, namely, you know, Lissandra, because I still have like 20 something clears for Liss. Actually, let me just open the Excel real quick while I'm here. Why not? I have the power of actually being able to look it up and not being awkward about it. Yeah, outside of Lissandra, there are 36 bosses remaining. It might be a spoiler if you're following up my Excel spreadsheet, but that doesn't really matter. So 36 bosses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly 7. Okay, so 7 of them are non-Lissandra bosses. Mostly I haven't done any Lilia runs. Well, not any. I'm still missing Victor, Draven, Kai'Sa, Fresh, and Aurelion Sol from Lilia. On Lux Illuminated I haven't done Kai'Sa yet, which I plan to fix real quick. Also, I don't know if this recording is gonna look good because it feels like it doesn't. I'll just double check this in post. I hope it doesn't break anything. And Vex is still missing the Aurelion Sol run. So outside of these, we have. Let me just check this quickly. I'm missing. Now why don't you show me how many I'm missing? I'll just check this on PC, I guess. Okay, yeah, it definitely seems to be. Let's double check this later. 29 runs, exactly. Why I had to check that like that, I have no idea. I may not be the smartest tool in the shed, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, this is more of a chill run, since, you know, I've played so many Aurelion Sols in the past few days. Nothing really bad happens during the run, so... Oh, rather, nothing bad is happening right now. But stay tuned, because later down the line there will be some fun stuff that will be happening. Also, remember to stay hydrated.
I won't apologize for my strength.
I hope the microphone didn't pick that up, but it seems like it may have not, so... Anyways, nice. Oh yeah, I'll have to edit down the video as well. So yeah, this is basically me not doing any commentary like during the run, as I said. So I play a bit faster because I know I don't have to like split my attention for talking. Important pickup here, Sorcery, great on Lux, because mostly you just generate a bunch of stuff. Here I like consider going down the path, but the down path, but you know, I decided though the risk is not worth it, and I'll just take the gold and maybe see if there is something better in the upcoming shops. At least 2 of them, because there are, I think, either 1 or 2, I don't remember. But yeah, I've picked up Draven on this adventure. I didn't really know what exactly I wanted to run besides Lux, because you know Lux is the best champion for her deck. What a surprise there. So I've settled on getting Draven, mostly because it curves like Lux into Draven, which gives you the spell and the free spell, grants you both spirit and the impact. Because right now I'm playing on 3 stars, before I have been playing on 2 stars. Display, I'm like not sure if I should have taken it like that. I could have like took less damage if I blocked the 1-3 and struck the 2-4. But in the long run it doesn't really matter. It does give me the you know, the flexibility, I guess. It still like removes things from the board, which is important. Oh yeah, and I was pretty surprised during the run when I saw that I've actually got the power overwhelming, which was like, oh okay, I got lucky, I guess. Sometimes it's fun to just get lucky. But yeah, use up my mana here, do a little bit of a quick strike. That's not bad. Actually, maybe I can make this easier for myself if I just do this. Oh, I think it's still recording even if I move the elements. Please tell me that's happening. Yes, it does. Okay, so the graph is just bugged. That's fine. But yeah, this should be a bit easier on me. Yeah, I'm learning as I go basically. This is also a bit of a new stuff for me, so taking it slow. Wow, maybe I should have done this like on a separate video and learned how it goes, but you know what? I think it doesn't really matter for this one. It's just like Lux obliterating things for I think 30 something minutes. I didn't check the recording time. I think it's like 30 something minutes. But yeah. Obviously Lux attacks are very hard for the AI to block, so they mostly don't bother blocking at all, which is a great news. And yeah, that's that. So right now I'll go for the gold. Oh, and here I pick up Grotesque Gift because it's a nice card. I was considering Crimson Aristocrats for a second there, but I've decided no. And obviously Karma will level up, so I just don't bother with that encounter. Going in the middle path also helps you like with choice selection, so if there are like 2 nodes and you don't know what they are, but you know there are 2 nodes, you try to going for the middle path just to be flexible and always pick like the best option for you. And yeah, other notable highlights so far. Sorcery pickup is great, because it allows me to do aggressive attacks like that, get a shield up as well on the same turn. I do end up not using the sorcery as efficiently as I'd like, because I tend to do... Here I do it because I do Prismatic Barrier in 2 Lux to refill my spell mana. But in some of the encounters I actually just like play Lux on her own and waste up the spell mana, because I either don't have any targets or I don't or I feel like that me saving up the spell mana for a shield like barrier for the next attack is a better choice for me, because it lets me stabilize for like the attack or for the next turn, which are pretty important, especially this late in the run. Oh yeah, So yeah, this is how the run is going. It's going pretty well. In general, like it's really nice. Here I kind of think about either Architect. Those are okay options, especially the Blaze Edge with like Summoning Stone, which I end up picking, even though it may not be correct. This is just a good pickup, so I go for it. So I thought that maybe I would be able to get a like the power that gives me Blade Edge every turn, which would make for an interesting fight, or like make for an interesting run. Here I do decide on Nautilus encounter instead of the Jinx encounter, even though Jinx encounter uses an easier power. Mostly because of Rekindler actually. I've learned from my past experiences that that having actually good plan for if I fail is always worth it. So I decide to go for Rekindler. Will it pay off? You will have to see. And yeah, level up, obviously the fight starts and there is an 8/8 Lulu staring at me, and then they play Master E and I'm like, oh dear. Yeah, this is the situation where I decide that not preemptively playing the Prismatic Barrier is better, and it does pay off because the AI doesn't attack with Master E, which is great for me. Because now I can do an attack, I can level up Lux, if I remember correctly. Yes, I level up Lux here, which almost lethals on turn 3. Yeah, that's just like the power of Lux. Even if they block, they still take a lot of damage, and I get at least some extra damage from impact. Which, like, 2-star and 3-star, that's a big difference. And, you know, open attack. And yeah, huge shout out to me getting the rally power early. Because it helps set up the run in a very nice way, because I can play Lux and I can attack at the same turn. And if I'm not mistaken, the reward for the next boss will be something that will also help me to get through. Here, no great options, I just go for the Iron Ballista. I consider House Spider for a second, but I decide that I already have enough 2-drops and it's worth it. Here I just cut like an expensive card. Aberrant Mage Seeker, yeah, most people say to cut it, and I think they are correct, because Aberrant is way too slow and it takes way too much time to like actually do anything. Like, you play him on turn 5 and what then? You have a Challenger unit, which is good, and it also has the support item, which is not bad. But I feel like when you're playing Lux on such a high level, you don't really care about like high costs, so... Oh yeah, here's a nice plan. Play. The AI completely fumbles the bug, which is great, and it lets me net some free damage. This fight in particular is pretty annoying, and you will see that in a second. After I play Lux, actually. I was considering doing the barrier for a split second there, but I've decided it might be better to just skip up the barrier for Lux in case they have like double... what was the name of the card? Oh yeah, first Celestial Wonder. I decided to go for the strike here because it not only leveled up Lux, but it also helped me clear out the board a bit. Which, you know, against Ezreal doesn't really mind much, but, you know, getting a little bit more room to breathe, so that's pretty important. Now, second turn in a row, just open stun. Yeah, that's how they play, I guess. Obviously, I have the attack token, so the AI knows about it. So they decide to do that. And here I am considering my options, and I decide to just play a small unit, because they most likely will play Ezreal and I want to deal with that, so I do. Bye, Smirk. Also, interesting thing about the Smirk. because I feel like it's bugged. I don't know if it was also the same with concentrated strike, but if you're striking, okay, and also here I made a mistake and I missed like 5 damage or 6. In the long run it doesn't matter, but you know. So the bug about this merc is that the second strike happens and you strike nothing, but you still trigger strike effects, which is weird. I don't think you lifesteal from this, but you trigger stuff like strike draw 1 or, you know, items like that, effects like that. When I strike a unit, kill it, stuff like that, you know. Which is kinda weird. And rewards. I'm considering rerolling here, and I do. And I grab the strike 1 card. Yeah, that's why I kinda like set up the talk here. And here we have stabilize, which is absolutely fantastic, and it is completely going to become ridiculous very fast. But yeah, Viego time. You can see a little bit of a spoiler here that Draven tends to show up when you really don't need him, and we'll see it in a few minutes, I guess. Also, this is a really nice opener. I get a lot of damage in thanks to saboteurs, and I also get a barrier, so I trade. I think I turn 3 Viego here. Obviously, you know, with Lux it's nothing like that impressive, but again, having an early aggro plan helps a lot, especially against a certain champion that is coming up in a few minutes. Yeah, they played this. They have like no mana left. I could have maybe just played the barrier, but like, as you can see, it doesn't matter. And the obvious thing, Lux leveling up, levels up both of them, and now they just like triple the spirit gain, which is absolutely hilarious, and the way that I would love to beat Aurelion Sol. Actually, you know what? No, you know what? Since I've already said it like earlier in the video, then I might as well say it here. This is a successful run, but what it took to get there was, you know, it took a little bit time and a little bit of frustration, especially on the next fight where I fumbled the bugs so hard. Oh, share the bounty, excellent, really great pickup, it helps with literally everything that I get. Sprite Dance, I pick up Sprite Dance, but I don't really use it. I think I replace it once. But Sprite Dance is a really great option for Lilia especially, because, you know, if you get an unblocked attacker or you have an elusive and they block the rest, Sprite Dance, yeah, here, Sprite Dance, I replace it. I keep Draven in hand just to make sure that I draw Lux. And I do. And I make a huge mistake here because I forget what the exact amount is for the later fights. Because on the earlier fights, Gangplank has 3 versions of the power. One is on 15 health, Dreadway in hand, that's very simple. Second, on 15 or less health, Dreadway on board, if I'm not mistaken correctly. And this version, which is 20 or less. And then I like, oh dear, and then I realize that I'm in trouble. I don't really have anything to spend my mana on, so I just slam down Lux and hope I can survive the attack or not take as much damage. And here I weren't sure if I actually targeted correctly, but I did, which was a huge relief. Obviously I take a bunch of damage from the attack, because sadly that's how it goes. The upside is I also deal with the Dreadway at the same time, so I get to do a nice attack. I get to level up Lux, which is great. I don't get to attack like fully, because otherwise I would be dead, or I would have lost even more health, and I would rather preserve some of it. On this turn, I think, you know what? turn 3, I don't really have anything that like can give me lifesteal or stuff like that, so I decide to roll a dice a bit and just draw another card. I don't draw anything, so I just open attack.
What was I so
And if you would like to know,
together?
the next card is the Luminosphere that I burn. Would it have lifesteal? Probably not. I don't believe in stuff like that, but you know. It was a little bit frustrating to see, but not as frustrating as the fight that will come up very soon. I look at the items. I just pick Grotesque Gift because I just want to have more 2-drops in my deck. The rest of the cards might have been fine, but I wouldn't count on them that much. And now, this. So Lee Sin, it's a scary encounter, especially with extra mana. Obviously, duplicate Lee Sin is even scarier, but you know, luckily I think I haven't run into any duplicates this run, which is very lucky. I decide to beat down the Lee Sin a bit, even though it doesn't really do much. It's always nice to like at least mark damage, and you know, maybe I could have waited for them to play the sparring student, but doesn't matter much. I have the dragon. I decide to go for the barrier here already, and then play Lux, because I felt like it was okay for me to do that. They challenged the Lux here, and I realized that this might be a mistake, so I decide to do the block, and I'm thinking about Whirling Death, but then I realize that they have a follow-up. So I stop, and I just commit the blocks. And this way the AI is actually being tricked into not giving all of the buffs here. And I do consider Whirling Death, but then I realize that form up actually gives me +4/+4. Because apparently the weakest copy is the one that's not ephemeral, which kind of makes sense, I guess. I don't know why it did make sense, but it made sense. It made Lux left, and then I just, you know, counter attack and I get Lux leveled up, and slam into the Nexus and kill.
Magic brings us together. What was I so afraid of? We fight together.
Okay, drinking water, good stuff.
I won't apologize for my strength.
Yeah. So that's the counter, and now we move on to Aurelion Sol. Oh, before that I grab like a Luminosphere upgrade. The other cards didn't really matter. Level up Aurelion Sol. This is the fight that I was worried about, and going for the extra what is the name? For the extra revive was wholly justified in my opinion. I get an okay start. This looks pretty decent. It shouldn't be that bad. And then I draw Draven. And the fight kinda spirals from here. I attack, you know, get at least some damage in. Shyvana. That's not good. I decide to attack, you know, prismatic barrier, that's fine. Get some stuff out. It's okay. I can like survive for a few more rounds, get some attacks in, get some blocks in, maybe get a strike in. I am kinda sad that they do get the 1/4. And they also get Trundle, which has a lot of stats, and that's scary. Obviously. But, you know. They do this, and I decide, you know, let's attack. Maybe I can kill something or at least damage the Trundle. I get to attack the pike, I get to, you know, strike the pike, and then I try using this, but then I forget that it has to have everyone in combat for targets, so I was like, oops. DI does give me an opportunity for this, and I take it obviously. I do lose 14 health, which is a lot, and I don't have any way of healing. I didn't draw Lux yet, which is bad. And then they get Aatrox, so they heal up a lot of the damage they took. I'm starting to think what I can do, but I quickly realized there isn't much I can do. I played this, I buffed the gift, and then I tried killing Aatrox, but then I look at the eye and like, huh, this doesn't kill. It's one off, and that's bad. And I tried checking if the other stuff does it, but it doesn't. So yeah, so I decided to like strike there at least, and get myself some boosts and maybe power. I don't get a shield, but you know, that's fine. I think about attacking, but I realize it's not worth it. They roll Ornn, and by this point they have Aurelion Sol, so I realize that it's not worth my time. I haven't drawn Lux the entire game, I have no way of breaking through that. Next one will be better, right? Next one should be better. I luckily buy an extra revive, so even if this one would fail, I had a backup plan to at least get it. And let's take a look. Will I lose this time? Nope, I get Lux Illuminated in my first hand. And I have the Legion Saboteur as well, which is great news for me. Obviously the next thing I draw is Draven, which is, well, screw you, Aurelion, I don't care about my second champion. I do an attack, they play something, meaning that they either have a cheap unit from level up or they didn't get any at all. They play Winterflame. I forget the name. I literally played against that card like 30 minutes ago. Oopsie. Well, not 30 because I've already been recording this for 30 minutes. Well, you know the time. I've played against this. The first roll, Vi, that's good. Vi is very manageable. It's not an issue for me. Blue Sentinel. It seems that they were drawing poorly. Finally, I am considering going for the barrier, but in the end, I don't. And they attack, so I do. Barrier on Lux, and I've been considering this because I've realized that I might just be able to kill them if I do this. Blocks like that. I wouldn't kill Vi anyways. Taking 7 is fine. I draw, so everything gets a buff. And now, open attack, 72 damage. Level up Lux. And you know, okay, they might have silence, they might have stun. There are a few ways that I lose here, but you know, it's worth taking an attack here. Because stats are massive. And they don't have it. And that's the run. And yeah, that was it. Some huge strikes, some good damage. Lux in a nutshell, basically. And that makes the run come to a close. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this more of a live commentary, I'd say. You know, make it like varied, and you will see the stats in a second. The clears are, you know, items, champions, bosses, relics. And see you around.